I didn't find Christ at church. I found him through Kanye West. I know that sounds wild, but it's my real story. And it shows how God can use the most unexpected people to bring us back to him. Welcome to Mysteries of the Word. Normally we dive into biblical questions and ancient mysteries, but today I'm sharing something personal, my own testimony of losing faith and how God used Kanye West to call me back. I gave my heart to Jesus when I was just 4 years old. I prayed every night and even dreamed of becoming a nun. When churches would give altar calls, I went down more than once. I thought maybe I hadn't done it right the first time. Maybe if I prayed harder or meant it more, then I'd finally feel what everyone else seemed to feel. But no matter how many times I walked up to that altar, the feeling never came. As I grew up, I struggled. I heard people talk about having a personal relationship with Christ, and deep down I didn't feel that. I just felt like I was missing something. Fast forward to 2003, I was a young mom watching MTV reruns my dad recorded on VHS. Suddenly Kanye's Through the Wire came on. I thought, this sounds amazing. But back then, I'm not supposed to be listening to secular music, so I secretly looked into Kanye's story, his car accident, the wire in his jaw, and it stuck with me. By 2012, everything shifted. College classes challenged my beliefs, and I started to think it was all just fables. I called myself an agnostic. I felt bitter, like I had wasted years serving a lost cause. Then in 2019, after a painful divorce, I was in nursing school. One day my teacher played Kanye interviews as examples of bipolar mania. I was basically forced to watch. But the more I listened, the more I thought, this guy isn't crazy. He actually makes sense. That's when I started digging into his music and interviews. Soon I was listening nonstop, his entire discography on repeat. I'd always been into conspiracy theories, so when I saw the media demonizing Kanye, I didn't just accept it. I researched. I watched the interviews, looked at the context, and realized there's way more going on than they want us to believe. That curiosity kept me listening. By 2023, I was one of Kanye's top listeners on Spotify. And as I listened, I couldn't ignore the passion in his gospel tracks. This wasn't just music for him, it was worship. It was a man who believed. And I wanted that same love for Jesus that poured out of him. But deep down, I felt like I had already tried and failed. I remembered all the altar calls from when I was little, all the times I prayed and asked, hoping for that connection, and it never came. So I told myself, maybe it's just not for me. Then one day, a Kanye fan page on Instagram posted a video of a fan spotting Kanye at Disneyland with North. I looked into the account who posted the video and saw that she posted about faith, the spiritual realm, and the unseen battle around us. She made me think critically about certain teachings of the church. Suddenly, it all started to make sense. The veil lifted. God was showing me the truth. That's when it clicked. God never abandoned me. Even in my doubts, even in my bitterness, he was still pursuing me. And he used Kanye West, of all people, as the spark that led me back to Christ. Now, don't get me wrong, Kanye didn't save me. Jesus did. But God used Kanye to get my attention. And that reminds me, God can use anyone, in any way, to bring us closer to him. So let me ask you, has God ever used something unexpected to get your attention? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And if you like testimonies and mysteries of faith, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching. And remember, God's ways are mysterious, but they're always good.